So today's video is going to be a first impressions review on the brand new ColourPop Cheek Dew Serum Blushes. When I saw them post this on their Instagram, I got really excited because I love testing out new blushes, especially cream blushes. I'm addicted to trying them out. And I recently tried out the e.l.f. Putty Cream blushes that I've been using on and off since that video, and I don't know how I feel about them. I'm like, do I like it? Do I not? I don't know. It's like very strange. Some days I do and some days I don't. And that's on being an indecisive air sign. But anyway, here we are, doing a first impressions. Now I know they launched a bunch of new shades, but they sent me 4 colors. Let me go on their Instagram and look up the details so that this video is actually useful. Do you guys follow travel.couples on Instagram? They just popped up for me on my thing and I'm like, why can't the pandemic go away? I just want to travel again. I just want normal life back. Remember when I complained? Remember when I complained a lot? I'm sorry. I just want things to go back to normal. Anyway, back to looking for ColourPop. Okay, so they're launching 10 shades of this brand new Cheek Dew Serum Blush. They launch March 4th at 10 a.m. I'm sure they've already launched by the time you're watching this because I can't do anything on time. But they're very pretty and I've already tested them out, obviously. I've got couple colors on my cheeks right now, but I was very excited to test them out. And if you're curious to see these 4 shades like swatched on the back of my hand, I will be inserting swatches in a second. Oh, by the way, these will retail for $7 each, which is great. And without further ado, let's get into this first impression. Okay, here we go. I am so freaking excited. So I have the complexion blending sponge right here, which I'm going to wet, and you know the drill. Oh my god, look how cute. But I am gonna go ahead and wet my sponge really quick. I will be using a brush as well. I'm gonna do a brush application on one side and a sponge on the other, just so we can see. BRB. I don't typically love these flat sponges to apply blush. I like this more for foundation. So I think I'm gonna use this side to like. Okay, so right now I currently just have foundation and concealer on, and obviously like my eyes and lips. I'm gonna apply my bronzer and my highlight after we try on this blush. All right, which color do I want to use? I definitely want to use this one, but I kind of wanted to try 2 out. I'll probably do this one and this one so it's not too different, but I'm gonna take Psst and Tumble for ya. ColourPop's names get weirder every day. Oh! Wow, that's not what I expected. It's not at all what I expected. This is the shade Psst, and this is the box. Am I crazy or is that very off? Let's see Tumble for ya. Okay, this one's a little bit more accurate for me. This makes sense. Kind of. Then Hotline, this is Hotline, and this is Beyond. I thought Psst was gonna be like a very peachy color, but it seems more berry tone, so I'm scared. I think I'm actually gonna try Hotline and Psst. Let's try Psst. Let's get Psst a try. Let's go in with Hotline first. I'm gonna do this side with Hotline. I do actually really love this packaging. I think it's adorable. All right, I'm gonna go in with my sponge and let's see. I'm assuming because this is a serum blush, the pigment is very light. So I think it just looks scary in the tube, but Psst is probably light and peachy. So I think we should be fine. Okay, they're very sheer. Let me add a little bit more. That's very pretty though. I tend to like something just a little bit more pigmented, but that could be just this shade, you know? I think Psst is gonna surprise us. I'm gonna add a little bit more and go in with the brush just to see if maybe this gives off like more pigment, because I know damp sponges tend to soak up a lot of the product, so maybe this specific formula isn't great for a damp sponge and works better with a brush. So let's see. Oh yeah, right? Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I definitely think I prefer this kind of formula with a brush. This blush is already so dewy. I don't think it needs that extra moisture from this. But again, that's preference. Okay, I'm gonna take Psst, and I am gonna use this with the sponge and the brush, just to be fair. All right, I'm just gonna go in with the brush. Sometimes I'm a little too impatient, you know? I want a quick build. Not always, but today. yeah, I really think a brush is the way to go. You just get instant color. Like I said earlier, applying it with a sponge does give you a more dewy wet look, which is beautiful. So honestly, it just depends how you're feeling that day. Let me clean up my blush with my concealer brush because I get carried away. I actually like that color. I do think it doesn't look anything like the box. Well, all right. It's not that off. It's not that off. This color is really beautiful. I love this. This is like the perfect everyday kind of shade for me. But okay, back to the formula. After blending it out, rubbing the sponge over it 100 times, doing the same thing with the brush, I do think the formula is good. Like, it's not separating, it's not lifting my foundation at all. It's just a really sheer formula, which again, depends on what you like. I do like a sheer formula. I don't like something that takes forever to build, but I don't like something that's too pigmented either. So for me personally, I would only be using this with a brush because I feel like it builds the color up so well and it's not too pigmented where it looks crazy. I like it. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Hotline and add that to this cheek just to blend the colors a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm getting a little bit more of Psst and rubbing it on the other cheek as well. Just trying to balance things out. Yeah, a brush gives you hella pigment. Whoa, too much? I mean, I have applied like 18 layers. Okay, so this is the blush on my cheeks. As you can see, it is very dewy, very fresh, very lightweight. Definitely that like no makeup kind of blush. The type of blush that I feel honestly would work for a lot of different people. Like if you like a very minimal look, this will work. Or if you like a very wet, juicy, super pigmented look, I think this will also work. You're just gonna have to build it up. But it's not the kind of formula that gets gross as you build up. Like, it's buildable. I like it, I like it. At first when I was applying it with the sponge, I was like, oh man, is this too sheer? But the more I mess with it, the more I look at my cheek, like everything looks so flushed and even. It's just so pretty. But okay, really quickly, let me jump off camera and apply my bronzer and highlight and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished my makeup and I gotta say I really like this blush. It's crazy how just changing the way I was applying it made a world of a difference for me, because when I started to blend this out with the sponge, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Seems a little bit too sheer for me, but as soon as I grabbed that brush, I was like, all right. Now we're talking. And honestly, I think it's really pretty. I love that it has a very dewy finish, perfect for my dry skin. And even if you don't have dry skin, I feel like this is the kind of dewy that oily skin would like as well, because it's not greasy at all. It doesn't feel like oily, you know? I do really see how it has that serum kind of finish. It's very natural, but still fresh and luminous. I also love how it meshes with other products. Like when I was blending out my bronzer, I feel like everything blended in really nicely. I didn't notice any patchiness, and sometimes cream blushes can do that, especially when you're mixing them with powder products and all of that, but everything went on really nicely, and I do like the finish. It is a little bit tacky, but I mean, it's a dewy blush, so it's not gonna be matte. You're definitely gonna feel it, but honestly, I really like it. I really like it. I think the box is a little bit misleading. Like, these blushes don't necessarily look like they go in these boxes, but then again, maybe the serum blush is what's misleading, because they all kind of look the same in the tube, but they're not the same. I don't know if that matters to you, but I thought I'd point that out. I'm gonna give this product 4 out of 5 lightning bolts. I mean, at least for right now. I can't give it 5 lightning bolts because I haven't worn it all day. I don't know how it wears. And maybe I would give it less lightning bolts if it wears like crap. But as of right now, we're at 4. But yeah, that's it. That's my opinion on the new ColourPop Cheek Dew Serum Blushes. What do you guys think of these new blushes? Have you picked any of them up? I know they just recently launched. Leave me your thoughts down below. But that completes this video, guys. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.